Tonight, Sydney's crumbling tower sparks a call for a rethink of the state's building approval process.
With the contractors or the construction companies lowering their profit margins, they're going to be cutting corners somewhere to be able to make that money back.
Good evening, Gemma Vaness with ABC News. Residents forced to evacuate their apartment building in Sydney's west are still waiting for an explanation as to what caused its walls to crack. Now there's concern the defects discovered on Christmas Eve mightn't be isolated to the Opal Tower. Building experts say quality control problems are widespread as apartment complexes spring up all over Sydney. And there are demands for an overhaul of the building approval system.
It's been 5 days since a crack appeared in the Opal Tower, forcing residents to evacuate. The developers still don't know why.
Literally the entire structure is under review at the moment, just for complete safety and for complete transparency.
That investigation will include whether there were faults in the precast concrete panels used in parts of the building.
Essential that we find out what happened. Was it a very hot day when they were being poured? Was someone looking the wrong way? What happened is just an essential thing to find out.
The developers deny the construction of the building was rushed.
This building took close to 3 years to build, which is probably above industry norm of building a tower of this size. So there was a very systematic and quality control process that was put in place.
But Labor says the investigation must go beyond the construction of the tower.
It's absolutely imperative, for the sake of public confidence, that this government ensure that this investigation absolutely examines the planning approval process for this site. You can't just examine the structural defects.
The government isn't able to say exactly what would be included in the investigation.
We're asking 2 independent engineers that are experts in their field to have a look at the situation, undertake a thorough examination.
Labor's concerns have been echoed by building groups. They say there's been an alarming increase in building defects due to the rapid rate of high-rise construction across the state.
And I found that the quality of workmanship is below what I would consider a past standard. With the contractors or the construction companies lowering their profit margins, they're going to be cutting corners somewhere to be able to make that money back.
Residents are still coming and going to collect belongings. They've been told they may be able to move back in on January the 6th, but many are still uncertain of what the new year will hold.
Everyone is confused. It's a holiday period, so yeah, we need holiday.
There are too much things we don't know.
Opal Tower developers expect to know the cause of the damage by early next week. Ecove is also reviewing other buildings being developed by the company. Lily Mayers, ABC News, Sydney.